panel audience. We are MU2 Android application of NFC technology in enterprise. And this is Nichefu Danny, this is Jackie, and this is Nate James. And I'm Momo Yan Fei. Since our project is sponsored by Enterproid, and our application only works on the business mode of DeFi platform, so let's have a brief introduction about DeFi platform. It combines cloud-based management with device-level technology to ensure enterprise security and control without compromising personal freedom and privacy. It also provides a separate and secure workspace on user's smartphone. And now, we will watch a short video about our project. And Hong Kong is well known a global high-tech city. However, still in some offices, they are taking meeting attendance record manually or using no security keycard system. So in our 5-year project, our objective is to make use of NFC technology and the security feature of DeFi to develop free application, business card exchange application, meeting application, and keycard system. And in the remaining time, we will focus on the design and implementation, testing, evaluation, and conclusion. And after the conclusion, we will have the demonstration of our application. And to end our presentation, there will be a Q&A section. And now I will pass to Danny for the business card exchange application.
Thanks, Faith. Before moving to the details of our applications, let's talk about the biggest feature in our applications, NFC. To be more concrete, a callback will be invoked when two NFC-equipped Android devices are taped together back-to-back within range. An end-of-year message will be sent to or received from the opposite device with the data implemented in the callback function. In our applications, the data we send are mostly string, for example, email address or Android ID. So let's move on to the first application, the business card exchange application. So in the slide, we can see the key features of it and the use case diagram of it. This use case diagram is quite simple. It includes two use cases. The first one is to manage your business card, and the second one is to add your business card to the contact. So for the business card format, we have chosen to use vCard. Why do we use vCard? Because vCard is a standard format widely used for electronic business card. It is highly extendable, highly compatible, because we can directly use vCard to perform further operation, for example, creating and contact. So what is a vCard? vCard is basically a string with an opening tag and a closing tag. You can see it in the screen. And the data between these two tags here. So in our business card exchange application, we have stored the details of the name, the organization name, the telephone number, the postal address, and the email address. So for the storage option, Android has provided us several ways to store persistent application data. For own business card, we have chosen to use internal storage because own business card is usually sent to other business partner so faster reading and writing speed is required. Reading and writing speed from internal storage is much faster from databases, so this can enhance the speed of sending the business card. On the other hand, for the received business card, we have chosen to use SQLite databases. It is good for storing structured data. In addition, there are many transaction inquiries about the received business card, so that using SQLite databases we can lower this operations difficulty by SQL query. And one thing to mention is that to manipulate SQLite databases, we have to use SQLite Open Helper in Android. So to have a better overview of our application, let's move on to the flow diagram of it. Firstly, when you launch the application, it will check whether you have the file for storing your own business card. If not, it will go to the Create Business Card activity, and here is a screenshot of it. After entering the details, your details will be stored to the internal storage and go to the next activity, the HKUST activity. It organizes two activities. The first one is to view Receive Business Card on the left-hand side, and the second one is to edit your own business card on the right-hand side. Moreover, Take Post activity is responsible for sending and receiving NDEF message. When an NDEF message is received, a new intent method will be invoked, and the received business card will be stored to the SQLite databases. More operations can be done in the view Receive Business Card activity. For example, you can add the business card to the Google contact, and you can add it to the device contact, and you can delete the business card. And anything done in the Edit on Business Card activity will be updated to the internal storage directly. So I will move the next part to Jackie, and he will talk about the meeting application.
So thank you, Danny. After a business card exchange application, I will talk about the meeting application. So first, you can see the overview of it by deployment design. On your right-hand side, you can see the user phone, and on your left-hand side, you can see the hub. So basically, we will have these two devices in our meeting application. So first, for the user phone. It provides two functions, create event and check-in. And you can see the screenshot of it. It shows that there are two events created and saved into our meeting application. So next, for the hub. It records the attendance, and the screenshot is like this. Both devices will connect to the content provider, which can extract event information such as event name, description, open time, location, etc. And it is provided by Enterproid. And device calendar actually is connected to the Enterproid server. So next, I will talk about the three main features of our meeting application. The first one is create event. We have created an option in the mobile menu to create an intent to invoke the device calendar application so that you can create the event. After you have created the event, you will synchronize with the Enterproid server and send email to the guest. So if you are the guest and you have accepted the meeting, or you are the organizer of the event, you can simply retrieve the event information through the content provider. After the create event, I will introduce the check-in function. So first, we need a hub to record the attendance, and user can type their phones to the hub, and then inside their phone, the device email will be chatted out through an API called Account Manager. Those emails will be put in an NDEF message and will be sent to the hub through NFC. The hub will save the message and with the receive time in a mapping. The reason of using map is that it performs faster for email checking, as the running time of map is big O of 1, compared with big O of n if we use list. For the last feature, sending attendance, we have implemented two decisions for the sending time. The first one is the default meeting end time, and the second one is by inputting a new time. We have used timer to count the difference between the input time and current time. So when the timer finishes counting, or we stop it manually, an email intent is invoked and the email application is open. Inside the email, the content includes the event information, attendee list, and also the respective check-in time. And all this information will be sent to the organizer of the event. And next, actually we have made use of sequence diagram to have a better view of the whole meeting application. And now I will pass the turn to James, and he will talk about the list application keycard system.
Thank you, Jackie. So now I would like to talk about how we design and implement the keycard system, which is our main function. So our main objective is to provide a security environment for a user to enter gate using NFC technology and device platform. So here show our main feature which we have developed. Our system allows multi-gate with multi-user and multi-device. So now, let's take a look of our deployment diagram. This diagram shows the overview of our keycard system. Our keycard system divides into 3 areas: server, gate, and user. So, in the server side, we have a data control, which used to handle all transactions in the database. And we have a web platform, which used to communicate with admin, and a gate controller, which used to communicate with the gate reader. Here show a screenshot of the web platform. Next, I will talk about the user phone. User phone is work on device platform and with our key application, which represent a key. So here is a screenshot of the key application. Next, we have a gate reader and a reader application. It's used to control the Arduino lock in there and to unlock the gate. So here is the screenshot of the reader application, and here is the photo of the Arduino lock. After talk about the overview of the keycard system, I would like to explain how these components work. So firstly, the storage and data control. We store data into a MySQL database, which include the gate information, user information, and those relations. To access this database, we have used the data control. And the data control, we have used the object relation mapping programming technique to design, which means we map the domain model to our relation database. So, for example, we map the user class to our user entity. To achieve this design, we have used Hibernate, which is a standard ORM framework provided by Java library. Using data control can easily separate the data part and the control part. So the web platform and the gate controller can access the database easily through data control. Let's move on to the web panel. The web panel provides a user-friendly environment for admin to create and update gate. Admin can permit different users to use different gate. We implement this web platform using Servlet and Spring MVC, which provide a clear and extendable structure. Okay, so now we move on to the gate controller. This is the component which communicates with the gate reader. It helps to initialize and update a gate. When a gate reader requests to initialize, the gate controller extracts those gate information from the database and send to the gate reader through HTTPS connection. So when it's some gate information update, the gate controller will record those actions and then create a one-time password, which is for each update gate. So this one-time password will send to the gate reader through Google Cloud Message. I showed it here. Using Google Cloud Message is to prevent a permanent connection between the gate reader and the gate controller. And the one-time password is used to authenticate the gate reader and extract certain information. So after talk about the server side, I would like to move to the Android applications. Firstly, we have a key application. The key application used to create an NFC tag, which I've mentioned by Danny. So this tag includes Android ID, device email, and a timestamp, which encrypt by a symmetric key provided by device platform. So when a user phone tag to a gate reader, it will bind an NFC tag to the gate reader. So the question is, how the gate reader work? The gate reader initializes the gate by sending a gate ID to the gate controller, and all those data will store in an SQLite database. So when it receives an update message, which is sent by Google Cloud Message, it will automatically connect to the gate controller and then extract those information by the one-time password. So when it receives a tag from the gate user phone, it will extract the symmetric key by the Android ID and then decrypt the message. After decrypt message, if the device email is a permitted user and the timestamp is current time, it will send an open door signal to the Arduino log. So that is how the redact application works. So next, we'll talk about the Arduino log. Arduino log communicates with the gate reader by Bluetooth communication. It's only allowed one connection between an Arduino log and a gate reader. So when it receives a signal from the gate reader, it will send to a power supply control and increase the voltage, then the door lock will unlock. So this is how the keycard system components work. In the demonstration part, I will talk more about the procedure. Now I will pass to Faye to talk about how we test our product.
Thank you, James. And now we move on to the testing part. For testing, we have conducted whiteboard testing, user acceptance testing, and functional testing. So for whiteboard testing, we have basically tested the internal structure and workings of our application. And in the user acceptance testing, we have invited some friends and students to test our application. And lastly, for the functional testing, we have chosen some important requirements from the Enterproid to test our application. And for the evaluation part, we basically evaluate our application based on reliability, security, and scalability. So the first one for the reliability, our application is highly reliable since we get the same result repeatedly. And we have conducted reliability testing. The probability of failure of our application is low and the operating time is short. And the second, for the security, since our application works only on the business mode of Define, it is highly secure. Define keeps the encryption key protected and separated to prevent unauthorized access to our application. And also, all of our application involve the use of NFC. Since NFC is fundamentally secure because of its extremely short range, so it is also very secure. And lastly, for scalability, Spring MVC framework and Hibernate are used. Proper load balancing and scalability can be found on framework level. It also supports custom URL mapping and cache support, which are important for scalability. And to conclude, we have successfully developed 3 applications for Office. However, there are still some improvement, some future improvement. So, for example, SQLite Open Helper will occupy UI thread if it is directly called. So, content provider can be used to call SQLite Open Helper. For business card exchange application, more attributes can be added, like first name, last name, or some other optional field. And also, we should use fragment instead of tab to organize activity. And lastly, for the meeting application, since Enterproid does not require us to make this application real-time, so we haven't made it real-time. But for market usage, we suggest to make this application real-time, and we need to add a server, and all the events are added to the server. And so the server can update the attendee records instantly. And after the conclusion, we will move on to the demonstration of our application. And I will pass to Danny for the for the demonstration.
So, before the demonstration of our Android application, let's show you how to use the Define platform. So, like an ordinary application, there is an icon on the screen, and pressing it, and you will have to enter the password. After enter the password, you will get into the business mode of the device, which is highly secure.
Okay.
So from now on, I will demonstrate how to use the business card exchange application. So you can launch the application here, inside the business mode. So it is first launched, so you don't have the file for storing your own business card. You will have to create your own first. So I'll type in some data here. Danny, company is HKUST. Make it random. The email is the divide email platform. So the address on the HKUST also. And after pressing save, it will be done, and your business card will save to the internal storage.
Okay.
Yes. And the second one is to send your business card. So to send the business card, you have to have another mobile. Okay. And similarly, you have to log into the Define platform and enter the business mode. So this is another application. And also open the business card application.
Okay.
So two mobiles are ready, and this is user A and this is user B. After taping them together and pressing the screen on user A, user A's business card will be sent to user B.
Okay. So how far should these two devices should be,
Connected.
with each other so that they can communicate with each other?
Within 6 to 7 centimeters.
6 to 7.
Yes.
Within 1 meter.
I think
6 to 7 centimeters.
6
right next to
centimeters.
each other.
Yeah.
So they have to be at
Centimeter, right?
Centimeters.
So you have to literally tap
Yeah,
pretty
10
close to
together.
tap.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
That's the purpose of NFC.
Okay. Okay.
So-
So what's the range? Just 6 to
7 centimeters. So it's a
Centimeter.
very short range communication.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's contactless, but you have to be very close to the reader. Just like octopus.
Okay.
You know, you can't make octopus work from a distance, so it has to be pretty close to the contact reader.
Okay.
Yes. The next function is to view the received business card. And after pressing on the item, you can view the details of it, the name, the company,
Okay.
the phone number, email address, something like that. And there are further operations. By long pressing the item, you can add it to the Google contact, add it to the defined contact, and you can delete the business card.
Okay.
So this is the demonstration of the business card exchange application. I will now pass to Jackie, and he will demonstrate the meeting application.
Okay. So now for the meeting application, we have two phones. We have CSFIP1 and CSFIP2. So I will use one to act as the organizer who creates the event, and two will be one of the attendees.
Okay.
So now I need to use one to create the event. So I still log into the device first. And then I will open the meeting application. So now we have a menu to create the event. So now you can see we can type the event name, random, and then we can set the time. Also we can set the location. Also the description. And we need to invite the guest by the email. So
Okay.
for the email of CSFIP2 is CSYP and then 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I press done to finish it.
Okay. You create a meeting event.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I will demonstrate how to build the event information. So simply you can see the event is here and you can type inside. So you can see the title, location, and start time, and of course the host. So now I will demonstrate how to accept the meeting event by the CSFIP2.
Okay.
So simply I still need to log in into Device. And then open the email application, and now I need to refresh. Since this is connected to the Enterproid server, so we need to, the email is here. So we can take the email inside, and then we can click yes to accept the meeting.
Okay.
Attendee's phone.
Attendees, it shows that attendee just attend the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one is recording the
It is a
people
reader.
who are attending. So
Okay.
it is acting, so you come in and then tap on it and then it does the recording.
Okay.
So that it becomes the, what do you call, the recorder of all
Yeah.
attendees.
Okay. I
That's the
see.
purpose.
So
now-
right. So the question, what is a hub?
A hub is also a user phone. If you have the event information, you can change it into a hub, so that when you have someone first inside the meeting, he can change into a hub, and then others attendees can type to that hub.
Now,
Using their phone.
right now, the reason why we are using a phone as a hub is because we don't have specialized devices that can act as hubs.
Okay.
Meaning that the ultimate goal is that every meeting room will have this hub device in there. So you go in and you simply tap on the hub device to indicate that you're attending the meeting.
Okay.
So right now, since we don't have those devices, we are just using one of the phones as
Okay.
device. Ultimately, the hub, the gate controller, all that will become one unit.
Okay.
So the moment you unlock the door to enter the room, your attendance is automatically recorded.
Okay.
So that's the purpose.
Okay.
So now I continue. So when the two hubs take together, the attendees can send his email to the hub,
Okay.
to
show that
indicate
okay.
I'm attending the meeting.
Okay.
So because for the time limit, I will stop the recording manually. So I stop it, and then you can see the email application open, and then you can see the event information is inside the email, the title, the start time, and of course in the end we have append the attendee list and also its check-in time.
Okay.
And then I can send the email out to the organizer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically the meeting application, and James will talk about the keycard system.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jackie. And now I would like to demonstrate how I create a gate in my keycard system and how we access the gate by a key application. So, first of all, as I mentioned, we need to use a web platform to create a gate. Here show our web platform. You can see at the header, we have add new gate, view gate, manage user device, and view log. So in this demonstration, I will use the add new gate. In the add new gate form, we need to input the gate name, and then we have a gate ID, which automatically generated by the server, which is unique ID. And then we need to select a location. And for the opening time and the close time, if the time is the same, that means the gate open for 24 hours. Then we input some description, then we submit it. Now, the next step, we need to select permitted user.
Okay.
So in this demonstration, I will select this phone, CSFYP4. That means other phone cannot access the gate log. Then I process it. Okay. So wait for a couple seconds, and then send the data to the server. So yes, here is the result, the new gate you have created. And the next step is to initialize the gate reader, this phone. This phone acts as a gate reader. So first step, we use the Bluetooth connection to connect that Arduino log. Click on it, and then
Do you want us to go closer to that?
okay, it's better to have a
Okay.
closer.
So that you can see the lock opening and closing.
So this one's okay.
Yes.
Which one?
Sorry. We have Bluetooth.
You need to put a Bluetooth.
Yes. So here is the Bluetooth connection.
Okay.
So we just plug in here, and then we set. Yes. So when here is blinking, that means this gate have no connection yet.
Okay.
So we click on here and search for a Bluetooth connection. So here is the first one. So this is the Arduino lock. Click on it, and it will connect to it. Now you can see the lock here is not blinking. So that means the connection is done.
Okay.
Then the next step, we need to extract those information from the server. We click on the set gate information. To simulate a real situation, I try to enter some nonsense word, and okay. And you can see here, the request is not permitted because it's not a real gate ID.
Okay.
We must use this gate ID. So we try to input this gate ID here. So the gate ID is 2 DQ.
Actually, this information is sent to the email, sent to the user through this email.
This is on the web platform. So only admin can access this platform to see all the gate information.
Okay.
And we click OK and wait for a couple minutes to extract the data from the server, and it will store in the SQLite database.
Okay.
So here's initialize access.
Okay.
So this gate reader is ready to use.
Okay.
So now we just set up this equipment and then start the gate reader.
Okay.
So when a user phone take his mobile and start up the device and click into the key application. So this is the key.
Okay.
And here is the reader. And assume here is set up near the door, and then we just tag it here. Oh, sorry, I closed the key. And then you can see the door unlock.
Okay.
So about 5 seconds, it will lock again. So it's possible to keep on tagging. It will wait for the last tag, and then about 5 seconds again, and lock the door. Yes. So we have tried a permitted user. Next, I will try a not permitted user.
Okay.
Here. this is a not permitted user, and this is CICS FYP1. So here, this is not permitted user. Okay, we'll try. The gate will not react anything. This is a normal case. So this is how we demonstrate our keycard system.
Okay, so assume we have many people want to enter in a room, and how long should one user, how long it will take for one user to open the door? It seems that it's a little bit complicated.
Yes, because
No, but the setup part is automatically done.
Automatically done.
Yes.
It should be done in the background.
Oh, okay.
yes, that means
So
it's already
the
set up.
reason why he showed you the setup part is so that you see the steps in the setup.
Oh, okay. So you don't need to input this like
Only the
gate ID.
Oh no, only the first time to initialize the gate.
Okay.
Yes. So when we do any update in here, it will automatically update the wiki reader. So
Okay.
the user just put his phone and tag it here. So the door it will open.
Okay.
So here is our demonstration part. Next we will go on to the Q&A, and feel free to raise up any question. Thank you.
So I think it's very nice, and they are very well prepared. Actually, so this application has been already used in the company.
Well, we basically developed everything and we're going to give it to the company.
Okay.
And then they will take it to production.
Oh, they were.
So they will have to, this is a prototype.
Okay.
So they will have to, because they have more security issues that they need to solve inside. They don't tell us everything about it.
Okay.
So they give us enough information to be able to demonstrate the problem. But then actually deploying it, they will have to go in and configure a lot more things.
Okay.
And because it's a business secret, so they won't tell us those details.
Right. So for this three applications, so there's no such application in Android before. So
For the business card, I think there are quite a few of them.
okay.
But for us, for our application, we are selling our product because it is highly secure, because we put it into the device platform, and because we include the NFC function, and most of the business card exchange application out there in the market only support Bluetooth connection. So these are the two selling points of our business card exchange application. For the keycard system, I think there are no similar application in there.
I will talk about the keycard system. So, as we know, Enterproid is a business for helping office to create a business environment with their Android phone. So we are one of their application which help the office. So like for the keycard system, so they can use the device and use our keycard system. We integrate the device platform and our keycard together. So it's different with the other company using the keycard system.
Yeah. Okay. So the user must have Android.
And the user must have the device platform deployed.
Okay.
So if a company wants to use this facilities for their enterprise, they will have to subscribe to service from device.
Okay.
And then all their users' phones would be equipped with the device platform.
Okay.
So it's a complete integrated solution that they sell.
Okay.
So this is like the BYOD kind of bring your own device solution that they are offering.
Okay.
And these are all additional features that they're going to provide as part of the platform. So meaning that if you deploy Divide into your your employees' devices, then they can use that to open doors and then do your meeting management and things. So that's why we develop all these parts for them.
Yeah. I think it's a very small and useful applications. Yeah. Okay.
And the primary thing is that it will actually see real world deployment. So that's why I insist the FYPs have to have some practical value.
Right.
Rather than you do something and then the moment you leave, the application just goes away. Nobody ever uses it. Whereas I'm hoping that all their work will be transferred to the company.
Yeah.
And then next year we might have more groups continuing on other things. And so that's the...
Okay.
And they get real world experience.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing something that is actually tied to a real world company. And so they have spent a lot of time with Enterproid to figure out all the security issues. And those things.
Yeah. So, yeah, can each of you tell us what you learned from this FYP? Yeah.
Okay, let me start first. So, first of all, I must learn a lot of programming technique. Like I've mentioned a while ago, ORM is the first time I learned this technique. And also, I've learned to communicate with the company. It's the first time for me too. Like we need to go to their office to organize a meeting and then present our product, how is our progress, and also we need to get more information from the device platform because they don't know what we want. We need to explain what we need in our project. So I think this is the main few things what I get from this project, the programming technique, and learn to communicate with the business people.
Yes. For me, similar to James, I've learned many programming techniques. For example, how to develop Android application in Java and how to use the MVC framework, the Spring, the Hibernate, something like that, which is never learned from the courses in HKUST. Apart from that, I've learned to develop software products in many different ways. For example, when I developed the business card exchange application, in fact, it is better to use a fragment to organize the tapes. But Enterproid suggests that their DeFi platform does not support the fragment because it is of a higher API. So we have to figure out other ways to do it. So we have to do it in the tape activity. So we have to find out other ways to solve the problems regarding of their requirements. So I'll pass to Jackie.
Yeah, what I've learned is that throughout the year, first we learned many programming techniques because this is my first Android application we made, and I think this application is not really it's really a big one. Yeah, and also I've learned some hardware tools too. For example, the Arduino, because this is my first time doing with it, and actually before the FYP, I've never heard of Arduino. And then we need to figure out how to use Android to communicate with the Arduino and many things. For example, sending a signal, how to open the lock. And for some software skills, we learn how to communicate with companies. And of course, this is a one-year project. We need teamwork and also continuous work, output of work to finish the FYP. Yeah.
So during our FYP, I've also learned some more about the programming skills because I need to study different libraries like the Android library and how the NFC actually works. And also, I need to do some documentation. So I need to think about how to make the procedure into a diagram. So to make the reader to understand what we actually do.
And most importantly, when they started out, when they first came to talk to me, they were scared. They said, how can we talk to a company? I said, at the end of 1 year, you will know how to do it. They believed in my word. And I must honestly say, they have put in a lot of work. I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is an A+ project for me.
Thank you, Professor.
I'm honestly telling you.
Thank you. So,
So that's near the end of our presentation. So if you have further questions, you can send email to contact us. And also, we would like to thank you, Professor Makala and Enterproid for their guidance. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you very much.